feel very proud to inaugurate the Speakers Forum both in English and Tamil today on this special occasion. Now we have a group of 10 members, 10 speakers, the first group of our forum, and I congratulate all the 10 members who have been seated here to communicate with you, to express their ideas with you. To master any language, you need 4 skills, LSRW skills. Among all the 4 skills, the students feel difficult to master the speaking skills. That's why we have inaugurated the Speakers Forum to improve your communication and speaking skills. So speaking is a skill, simple and short, but effective and eloquent. Speech is power. Speech is to persuade. And Emerson, a famous writer, has told, all great speakers were not good in the beginning. They developed their talents by practice, because practice makes perfection. And Mark Twain, one of the famous English novelists, he said, if I am asked to talk for 1 hour, I am ready immediately. But if I need to talk for a few minutes, I need a few days to prepare. So which is more difficult? Speaking short and simple is more difficult than speaking for 1 hour, because you need to concise your matter, what you are going to speak. Speech should be short and simple, but eloquent and effective. As every coin has 2 sides, everything in the universe has 2 sides. If there is white, there is also black. If there is sun, there is also moon. If there is day, there is also night. If something is right, something is also wrong. If something is good, something is also bad. So today, the topic of our discussion is social media pros and cons. What do you mean by pros and cons? Yes, very good. Advantage and disadvantage. So there are 10 speakers before you to talk about the pros and cons of social media. They have been given some topics related to social media. The first group of speakers, Ms. Farhana Begum and Ms. Mushfira Bibi from the Department of Commerce, they are going to speak about how helpful is social media in communication, whether it improves or impedes. Welcome, girls.
Thank you.
We have the next group of speakers, Ms. Sumaya Fatima from Physics Department and Ms. Naziha from the Department of Information Technology. They are going to speak whether the social media is good for health or bad. Welcome, girls. The next set of speakers, Ms. Reshma Kamali and Ms. Indra Devi from the Department of Business Administration. They have come here to speak whether the social media connects people or makes them apart. Welcome, girls. And we have the 4th set of speakers, Ms. Raga Chandrika from the Department of Commerce and Ms. Rafina from the Department of Commerce. They have come here to speak on whether the social media makes you active or lazy. Welcome, girls. And the last set of girls, students, Ms. Jumana Meher from the Department of English and Ms. Darshini from the Department of Physics. They are here to speak you on an important topic. Can you guess? Can social media replace teachers or not? Very interesting topic to speak, and stay tuned to listen to their opinions and discussions. Now let us start with Miss Mushfira Bibi. Farhana Begum. Yes.
A very marvelous good afternoon to one and all gathered over here. This is Farhana Begum and
This is Musfira from the Department of Commerce.
feel it immense pleasure to get into a deep but heated debate on whether social media improve or impede communication.
I'm here to prove that social media improves our communication.
And I'm here to completely oppose her idea that social media impede communication.
Obviously not. Technology took a tremendous growth very rapidly, and the technology created and invented the social media, and that the social media in the modes and various terms we are using social media as WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram, Twitter, and likely we do live chats and video calls, etc. And we may all see that how business is very prolongedly developing on today, and for that business world it has built the multinational and international businesses. And for that business world, networking is much important. What? Networking is much important. And the network and communication is given by our social media. So that I'm saying that social media is improving our communication.
Yes, Musfira, social media is really improving communication a lot. Yes, really improving a lot. Okay, social media is improving communication in the business world. You have gone too far to that business. But just look at your family and friend circle. Yes, how was the communication in that area?
Oh really? What did you say? Failed looking at our family and friends?
Exactly, yes.
Exactly not, Farhana. If we fail to look at our family and friends, how you are speaking with your abroad friend? How you are speaking with your dad from India? Then did we forget the relationship there?
But is that relationship realistic? Are you able to fully express your love, expressions, opinions, informations? No, it's just a virtual platform. There you can't be realistic at all.
Why not?
Why not? Okay, can you hug your parents? Can you cuddle your loved ones through social media?
So that we can't do anything to feel the realistic, or you begun to fly to America, or you begun to fly to Dubai to hug your parents, to hug your love, to cuddle your relatives, or you begun to fly over anywhere to feel the realistic.
You're speaking as if completely those people are going to be abroad. Won't they come once in a while back here?
Till then what will you do?
Yeah, it's thinkable. I think in this...
Now I agree my point here.
No.
But why?
But why? In the short run, social media might be useful, but in the long run, it's really going to be boredom. I'll tell you an example. Now our mom is calling us for help. What we'll be doing? We are always with what? Mobile phones. Looking into the social media, texting our loved ones, checking the notification, this and that. Mom will be like, please, Papa, come for help. We'll be like, Mama, wait, Mama. 5 minutes, I'll come. 5 minutes will be over. 10 minutes will be over. Half an hour passed. 1 hour passed. You'll be still with the social media.
And finally,
right?
you don't go. And finally, you
yes,
don't
ma'am.
go.
Yeah, we won't go. Mom will have completed her works and come. We'll be like, social media. Don't know what's happening around. Completely engrossed with social media. Is this what is communication? The basic communication between a mother and a daughter itself is hampered because of social media.
Yes, it's usual, Farhana. It's usual. Are you perfect in this? Are you leaving the social media to obey your mom? Are you ready to run there? No, no one is perfect in this because it's usual.
Yes, Mushfira, it's usual. That's why I'm saying social media impede communication. None can be perfect in this.
When you talk about the communication and perfection, I remember the word Tanglish. All know the word Tanglish, isn't it? You have now started a new language. Typing your communication in which language? Tamil as well as English. So you kill both the languages. You destroy both the languages, English as well as Tamil. So humble request, either you type fully in English or type fully in Tamil. Continue.
So another example I'll tell you. Now we all have gathered with our family for dinner, okay? Now every time with the mobile phone, even going to restroom with mobile phone. Because of what? Social media. Even when you're sitting for dinner with your family, you will be like scrolling down. Did I get any notification? Oh, I got text message from that person, this person. You'll be still texting the only. You don't even have senses of what is kept on your plate, what you are eating, who is around you. No. Completely preoccupied. And the basic communication, the basic family network is completely destroyed by communication. Also, one more important topic to be spoken about is about FOMO.
FOMO, what do you mean?
Please make a note, students. They have coined a new word in English, FOMO.
FOMO. FOMO refers to fear of missing out. Now you will get so many notifications from social medias, right? And that urge, did I get text from that person? Did I get reply from this? Did I get message from that social media, this social media? That urge on you to check for notifications is called FOMO. Nearly 90% of the people have already developed their symptoms of FOMO. Around 15% have already affected because of FOMO. Directly or indirectly, it is having a big impact on our day-to-day lives. This is what is social media doing?
Oh yeah, what did you say? FOMO, family network, etc., etc. Whatever you blame us, it's okay. But see, a father is in abroad. He can't able to see his even the newborn baby. But it is being possible through social media, through the video call. He is seeing the baby and he is feeling the realistic moment through the video call. Social media, it's giving you that. And the lovely wife speaking with his lovely husband. And there is a lot between the social media. And listen, it's connecting your heart, it's connecting your mind, it's connecting your soul. Completely, it's connecting yourself. Like the advertisement says in BSL, connecting people. Like that here. What do you say, Farhana?
Yes, connecting people, connecting hearts. Yes.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
I'll ask you a question. A new father. He is lifting his newborn baby in his arms. That feel, can social media give it?
No, it can't give that alone.
See, you're agreeing my point. That's what social media impede communication.
I agree. Realistic is only missing here.
My God, realistic is missing, Musfira. It's not just realistic.
Okay, fine. Leave the realistic and everything and come to the reality point, and that is my point. And listen, at Farhana, do you know something? At 2016, around 23,000 people were suffered by unemployment. And that the same census says now at 2020, there is just 15%, just 15% is unemployment there. See, what a difference between along here. So, what's the reason for the business? What's the reason for those difference? Because of social media. Social media gave you through websites like LinkedIn, Naukri, and more like that. It gives you job opportunities. Social media gave you the employment. Nothing is more than this. Nothing is more than this. So I would like to say that stay updated anywhere and stay tuned. It's because of social media. And at lastly, I would like to conclude that social media is only going on improving your communication.
Fine. You're saying that social media is giving you so many platforms for job opportunities. But who will give you a job without an interview? For a job, interview is important. Now we are completely into social media, as I have already said about FOMO. And also, now through texting, full informal communication.
Oh, wait dear. In business, you are using formal communication.
But that is what lacking now because of addiction to social media. See, now an interviewer is asking a question. You are stammering over there. You are completely in that informal network, and because of FOMO, you are getting a social anxiety. That's what social media does to you. It completely deprives you of your creativity, your originality, your communication skills. Everything is gone. It will make you even more dumber, to be honest. And I firmly conclude that social media impede communication no matter what. And I'm saying, say a big goodbye to social media and a hi to a more peaceful mind.
And they have told that the communication is now impeding and not improving because of social media. Is social media good for health or bad? And I invite Ms. Sumaya Fatima from the Department of Physics and Ms. Naziga from Information Technology.
Our humble greetings to all the dignitaries present here. This is Sumaya Fatima from the Department of Physics.
And I am Nasiha from the Department of Information Technology.
Are here to have a quick controversial talk on the topic of
Whether the social media is good
or bad for human health. I chose bad.
and I chose good. Let me start it first. First of all, before we talk about goods and bads, there is a saying, social media is not a monologue. It's a two-way conversation. From the above said lines, we come to know that social media develops the communication between people in order to unite them together who are far away. And a very good example for it is a long-distance couples relationship, right?
Wow. Great. Good example. As you say so, it unites the long distance couple relationship. But there is also a saying that don't say anything online if you wouldn't want to face it. I repeat, don't say anything online if you wouldn't want to face it. So what my point is, even if they meet each other, there is still a gap or hesitation between these two people. So before they're catching up, they're discussing in the social media that, hey, when we meet up, we'll do this reel and we'll try this dub smash with that song and this song. What's the point of meeting each other? If they are meeting each other, they should talk about how can we develop a relationship further. But instead, they're talking about those reels and songs and dances. Do you think it's good in a relationship?
No, it is actually not the way you are saying. Okay, let me ask, where did you pick the back coat just totally opposite to my coat?
Obviously, I took it from Google. What else I go and search for it?
See, you itself going and searching in Google, which is also a part of social media. Then, how did you speak bad about social media? Here, what is the bad about social media? Tell me.
See, obviously I took it from the Google, which is also a part of social media. But the thing is, it is not important where we took it. And it's important that what we took it. And more importantly, we are here to discuss about the social media impact, not to discuss about the content where we took.
Okay, great. Though we start about social media, let me add up few points of good impacts about social media regarding health. Number 1, they actually reduces isolation.
In what way?
Wait, let me finish.
Okay.
It can provide alternative means of finding support and even helping to lift depression. And as for the line said about, introvert is the very good example for it. They hesitate to express outsides than being in social media. Now, what's your point about it?
Okay, I accept. Introvert is a very good example for the social media. But there is also multiple studies found that the strong heavy link between the bad impacts of social media. Let me give you an example. It increases the risk of depression, anxiety, loneliness, self-harm and even suicidal thoughts. Can you agree my point?
What? No way. How can you mention the same thing which I pointed as good as bad? No, I need a valid reason for it. Explain me.
Okay, cool. Let me clarify you something. And the cause all above said is all caused due to over-addiction due to social media. Let me give you some example. If you are posting a video or a picture in a social media, for those you are receiving some negative interaction, and those negative interaction will affect you in a way that it makes you anxiety and put you into depression. This will affect your human health. What's your opinion?
Wait. I too posted the same video or picture in the same social media. I received positive interaction, which makes me happy and elated. Now, what's your idea about it?
Okay. I can't agree with your point, but I'll be neutral in it because it depends upon the people who are commenting, whether it is positive or negative. And the same way, the studying. Let me come to studying. Due to social media, it distracts you from studying and it gives you a loss of concentration. Okay. Due to that loss of concentration, it affects you in a mental way that many disorders will be affecting it. So everybody will compare you in a simple way that you're not doing this and that. So it's my opinion.
See, this is not even a valid point. Addiction is the cause, but it can be controlled by an individual. We cannot say that it is not possible at all. And more importantly, it can provide platforms for various entrepreneurs, musicians, and the many youngsters.
Okay, it is possible to control one's usage of social media, and I agree with your point. But there is also a saying that due to the social media, it affects the human being in various manner. Say for an example, it affects mentally, physically, and even psychologically, and so on.
Wait, give me a pass. How the social media affects our physical, mental, and psychological health of humans, and in what way it affects us? See, actually, social media provides number of applications to control our physical, mental, and psychological health. They actually produce various applications which provides various therapies to cure us in online. They also provide therapies to online also. So agree my point.
Of course, there are applications to provide as you said so. But honestly, if you consult those doctors and ask the reason behind it, they also mention the same thing, which as I said, it's all caused due to social media. Let me give you some live example. First of all, by continuously scrolling your social media, it affects your medically, it affects your eyesight and due to brightness. And secondly, it will give you a hunch posture at your back. Due to that, you can't even if you stand straight or walk straight, it will assume you as that you are uprighted. And thirdly, which is the very important one, the same thing. You are using the social media, you are control something you are doing in it. During that time, a particular amount of time is lost. Due to that, you're mentally you will be put in a situation, in a mental situation. Okay, as for the example, there is a person who are doing the same thing in the social media, and due to that, he become mentally ill for the last few seconds. Noted that only few seconds. So this is a very good example about the bad impacts of social media. And this lead you to depression, and it affects psychologically, and it continues.
Even though there are some bad examples, and also there are some good examples which help you to correct the above said health issues. Say for an example, by using social media, you are recognized by certain people. Okay, by these recognitions, they hold a good image on you. This happy one improves your mental health, whether you are an extrovert or an introvert. And by this, it boosts up your psychological state also, and at the end it improves your physical health, and it is reversible. And as for the saying, face is the mirror of the heart. Once again, face is the mirror of the heart.
Okay, you might be right in your point, but I can't agree with that. But as you say, recognized by people is a very big achievement. I agree with that point alone, because it is not easy to ever do everything like everybody. And fame and wealth will not remain same. I repeat, fame and wealth will not remain same. So, if you, however you hard project you in a good manner, somehow or the other, you will be dragged to the ground one day. So, this will put you into darkness and drag you into depression, as I said before, in holy.
See, you're pulling up my words. No, there is a bad on social media, and there is some good also, which cannot be denied by anyone in this world.
Yeah, I agree with this point. Everything is provided with good and also bad. So it depends upon how we choose. If we choose good, we'll be get it for it. But if not,
it will drag you into the pit of filth.
Our part is over. Now the part is over to the judgment. We'll pass it to you, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes, when you talk about the videos on health, how many people are watching videos on health? That's a great question. So now the topic gut health is becoming very famous. You know what do they mean by gut health? Your digestive problem. Everybody is now concentrating on gut health because they have a lot of problem in digestion because of your sleep timing and also the food intake and all those things, and you get at last obesity, menstrual problem, then high blood pressure, and finally heart attack. Now you can hear the news that even the 20 years, 25 years youth and children, even they are dying of heart attack. So better to avoid social media.
Yes.
Yes. Now we pass. Thank you to Sumaya, Fatima and Naziha.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes. And now we pass on to the next topic. Does social media connect people or make them apart? And I welcome Ms. Reshma Kamali and Ms. Indra Devi from the Department of Business Administration. Welcome,
Thank you,
girls.
ma'am. We are most delightfully welcome you to join us today.
A warm welcome to all. With this note, I am Reshma Kamli from the Department of Business Administration.
I am Indra Devi from the Department of Business Administration. Here we are to make it clear to you that social media makes people closer versus apart.
I am here to prove that social media makes the people closer.
I am here to disprove your thoughts that social media makes people only apart.
No way. The social media only makes the people closer.
Never, my friend, it makes only apart. How it brings closer? Can you explain it?
Of course, my dear. In this developing technology, social media only connects the people wherever they are.
Yes, it is connecting the people wherever they are in the world. But nowadays, it is connecting people, nearby people also. Is this the developed technology?
Within the family. It connects the people within the family, from the bedroom to kitchen, kitchen to veranda, veranda
Yes,
to
ma'am.
bathroom.
It's not happen in all the home, ma'am.
But it is happening, my dear.
No.
Is this the developed technology? Oh, I'm sorry, according to you, developing technology.
Excuse me. What I'm trying to say is the social media connects the people, the relationship between the friends and family, especially when the physical relationship separate individual them. Miss Indra, note this point.
Okay.
When the physical relationship individual them.
Okay, I got it. From my point of view, in this generation, people are using social media mostly to connect within nearby people, in family, with their friends. They are in same house, in nearby rooms, but they can't able to make face-to-face interaction.
So my opinion is social
Wait,
media.
that's what we are learning from the social media.
Cool, Angry Bird, let me explain. In social media has both good and negative things. We have to take the good things and we have to avoid the negative things. The social media makes the people to know the community and the around the world, and the social media spread the faster news in the world, and the social media can make the people new friends.
Oh, bad news also, it is get spreading faster.
Because the people are more active in social media.
Yeah, that's my point. They are always active in social media, spending more time in social media. Think about that. What about online education? Is that in effective manner?
Because I am COVID plus student. The COVID in that time, think about your future. There is no social media in COVID time. What
Okay,
about
my
your
question
future?
is to you only. Is that education is in effective manner comparing to offline education?
Yes, but
How?
in the pandemic period, there is no social media. How you educate? How you study?
Okay, it is little bit okay for me, but that's not
that's my girl.
effective. That is not realistic, my dear. I mean, it's connect the people, but their emotional only help us to bring in, get succeed in that jallikattu.
I agree. But in social media, the social media shows the emotional and powers, right?
No, the social media is emotionless.
Social media emotional.
Yes.
Then how the Jallikattu protects will
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
the people are also in online. So if there is any problem in India, throughout we have conveyed the problem toward the social media because the social media is so fast.
It's just connect the news, my dear, not the emotions.
Oh.
Yes, the Jallikattu will be succeed in because of they join together
get
and their emotions through the protest only it can be successful.
Okay, I agree.
If you do
we
protest
get the
in
justice now. We
Yeah,
get the
one
justice.
second. If you do
Throughout
protest
the
in social media,
we get the justice.
if
Throughout
you
the
do-
social
wait,
media,
wait.
we get the success.
How?
Because the people are anytime active in social media.
Yes, that's bad for health. That's what I'm saying. Whether they are good, doing good things,
Yeah.
what about good things?
The social media has so many good things.
Yeah, social media has good things as well as bad things. Now the crime
You
rate
just
has
take the good
increased.
things. If you are not comfortable with social media, if you are unsafe in social media, na, there is so many options in social media. You can report that person. You
Okay.
can ignore that.
Okay, I want to remind you one thing. According to your statement, in COVID pandemic situation, did you watch news channels on that time?
Yeah.
Okay. The youngsters were playing on the playground. It was noticed by policemen in the drone. They were caught. Why they are doing such things?
The point is, social
Yes.
media connects the people mentally, not physically.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, in
There is
social
no
media,
emotion.
Can you play the social media with the cricket?
No, I am not saying like this. You are saying that social media, it can share emotions. But I am not saying, I am saying that it can't able to share emotions.
Yeah, I agree. Social media connects the people at any time.
Whatever the technology has developed,
Okay.
it can't replace the realistic. My point is that social media can't replace realistic conversation.
Thank you, Reshma Kamali and Indra Devi.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you, ma'am.
Now we pass on to the next topic. Does social media make one active or make them lazy? And I invite Ms. Raga Chandrika and Ms. Rafina from the Department of Commerce.
A very good afternoon to one and all present here. Myself Raga Chandrika from Department of Commerce.
And I am Rafina from 2nd BCom C.
Let me take you people into an insightful conversation and share of ideas about social media makes people lazy or active. Without any further delay, let me get into my topic.
I am in favor of social media makes people lazy.
And I am here to prove that social media makes the people to be active always.
Hey guys, hope you all know about social media, which makes people lazy, right?
Obviously not, guys. Social media makes the people to be active always and helping them to be an intelligent person.
Chandrika, do you think social media makes people active?
Yeah, I do.
Then you are wrong. Social media is a major distracting thing. People spend hours on scrolling through their feeds, watching unwanted videos instead of being productive.
I object this, Rafina. Social media is the only way to be productive and many people were following educational accounts and staying updated on current events and they were connected into real world activities. Don't you know that?
How can you say that all are being productive?
Yeah, social media helps the people to be productive because social media is the only platform to show whom they are. By social media, they are able to express their talent and prove it again whom they are.
What? Social media is the only platform for achievement?
Yeah, social media is the only platform for achievement.
Well, think about the achievers who achieved before the invention of social media. Do you agree with this?
That's good, but think about the world right now and before the invention of social media. The world is so competitive right now, but before the achievement of social media helps the people to stay productive by its emerging display and attractive logos. Social media helps the people to work through online by providing online learning, business, etc. Many people were achieved through social media, right?
Okay, whatever it is, but it fosters a culture of comparability and low self-esteem, which discourages the people for achieving their goals.
Rafina, while comparison may be damaging, social media offers self-expression, self-promotion and many artists, writers, singers were found the succeeded path through social media by actively staying towards their passion.
Okay, I'm fine with you, but people are sitting in one place and watching social media without doing any activity. It reduces the physical activity, increasing their screen time, poor sleep and something else, and creating lots of disadvantages for the health. It leads to laziness, am I right?
I object this, Rafina. Social media provides healthy tips by giving an balancing diet ideas, workout tips and keeping their body active and mentally they were active in social media.
Not all the time it is good. There are lots of disadvantages in social media.
Never. Social media helps the people to be inactive and it has only advantages.
I conclude that social media always makes people lazy and not active.
I conclude that social media makes the people to be active always and it helps to gain more knowledges about studies and others. Social media is the only way to succeed in your life.
So when you talk about whether social media makes you active or lazy, the only eligible person to give the feedback is your mother and father. We shall arrange a parents-teachers meeting, and the question will be whether your girl is active or lazy. What will be the feedback? Lazy or active?
Active.
So you are very active, the meaning watching the YouTube and
No, ma'am.
Active in Instagram.
active
Never,
in Instagram.
never. Social media creates the path to get succeed in life, and social media helps the students to stay motivated. Even the students need to prepare for a semester or others, they have to search to social media by YouTube or chatting with their friends and some others. Social media leads the people to be active and stay productive. Social media makes the people to be active always.
But they are not doing that.
So your mother will tell you how active you are in the kitchen. And,
Yeah.
And
You
doing
can ask to my
household
mom.
works, how
Yeah,
active you are. So
In
maybe
eating.
your
In
mother
eating,
will
am I
support
right?
you.
What?
In eating.
Never. I help to my mom in the same way.
yes.
Even my mom also use social media. Never use social media in a right way or wrong way. You will be active in social media in a right way.
Raga Chandrika, the problem is not using social media, whether you are active in your duties. Okay, we conclude.
I'll be active in social media in a right way.
We conclude, and thank you Raga Chandrika and Rafina for your points. And we move on to the last and final topic. Can social media replace teachers or not? And I welcome Ms. Jumana Meher from the Department of English and Ms. Darshini from the Department of Physics.
Thank you, ma'am. A brisk afternoon to one and all present here. Well, I'm Darshini from the Department of Physics, and we are here to have a debate on whether computers can replace teachers or can't. And I chose that computers obviously cannot replace teachers.
Happy noon, everyone. This is Jumana Meher from the Department of English, and I'm here to prove that computer can replace teachers. Definitely, computers can.
I'm damn sure that computers cannot replace teachers, and technology will never replace teachers. See, my dear, teachers are inculcating value in us. They act as a role model and inspirational persons. To me, my teachers are my role model and inspiration. And tell me, my dear Jumana Meher, is there any computer which is acting as a role model or inspiration to anybody? If it's so, I'll buy that computer and keep it as my role model.
Fine, my dear Darshini. My computer don't act as an inspirational or role model, but the role of technology is specific.
Oh.
Books and notes are not sufficient.
What do you mean?
Are not sufficient enough.
That's fine.
But the job of the institution and teachers are to be upgraded to the learning tools to the present to do their more jobs very effectively.
So you're
Computers
saying-
can replace teachers.
So you're saying that our teachers are not upgraded?
Of course, they are upgraded, but teachers will not be available at any time. Am I right, my dears?
No, I won't accept your point, my dear. I cannot accept it.
But you
See,
have to.
You said what you said. Your technology is convenient at any time. And see, my dear, my teachers, they learn and they know my capabilities and my abilities. They can change their teaching way according to me, according to my grasping capacities. And your computer, will it changes it or modify its teaching capacity? Never. But my teacher can change her way of teaching according to all the students. But your computer will never do that. And how can those computers replace teachers?
Think, my dear Darshini, my computers are very accurate, but your teachers are accurate, but not much accurate. Think, the way of teaching of computer, while it teaching you, it shows a lot of colorful images, audios and videos. But whether your teachers with all such kind of things,
So
they teach us only with a limited source, what they have. Am I right, children?
No, I won't accept this. So, is it enough only when you have the colorful videos or images? No, that's not enough for me. Okay, I accept that point. The computers, it's giving you colorful images, pictures, audios, videos, everything it's giving you.
Yes, it's giving.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yes, it's giving, my dear.
No, just see. When my teacher teaches me, I have an interaction and collaboration. Okay, my dear?
Fine.
See, they are not only imparting us the knowledge, they are mentoring us, they are guiding us, they are bringing out our talents. Now, even you are sitting here because your teacher has seen your talent and she had brought you here, my dear, not your computers.
Remember, my dear Darshini, your teachers brings out the talent of yours, but there will be a comparison. Am I right?
There will be comparison. There should be comparison. We will compare so that we can bring out the
Remember,
best.
my dear Darshini, my computers are emotionless. There will be no judgment. There will be no comparison.
You mean
Am I right?
You mean your computers are motionless or emotionless, my
Which
dear?
is emotionless, not
Oh.
emotionless or something
Okay,
else.
okay. Many people have many problems, right?
Yes.
So to such students, the love and care from a teacher consoles them, and that gives a motherly feeling. Don't go and do anybody. Just take me as an example.
Fine.
I have plenty of problems with my brothers and sisters. They are such an irritation to me.
I
okay?
understand.
Yes,
of course I understand.
so every siblings can understand that problem. So when they irritate me, I'll be coming with a sad face to my college. So only my teachers are consoling me. They bring my mood to a good thing, my dear. But your computers can never give you such feelings. They cannot give a motherly feeling like with what your teachers are giving.
Excuse
So
me,
how
my
can-
dear Darshini. As I said earlier, my computers are very, very emotionless. I accept you are filled with a lot of emotion. But you can access my computer at any time. But whether your teachers will be available at any time.
So what will you do if your computer goes out of battery? If it
No
dies?
worries, I can recharge or else I can charge it and I can use it back again. Or else I can get hotspot from my neighbors.
So I can contact my teacher on the next day. So how can you say that my teachers are not available at any time? So
Okay.
I'll accept that my teachers are not available at any time because they are having some personal life. And your computers are also not available at any time.
At any time, my dear, how may I explain you?
No,
Okay,
no, I don't accept that point, my dear. See,
because I understand.
what will you do if it goes out of battery, if it dies? So what will you do? It will take at least 2 or 3 days to service it, right? So how can you say that it is convenient at any time?
Yes, of course, da. It's available at any time. Why not? If your
No.
battery is dead, you can charge it and use it back again.
No, no.
But if your teacher will be available only at the colleges or at school,
See,
not
my
at the
dear.
home.
No, see my dear, we are having a poor internet connection. See, my Jio SIM, it's dying. So how can it be convenient at any time? What will you do if internet is over? Tell
Yes,
me.
that's what I said. I get hotspot from my neighbors or from my friends.
So, you'll beg hotspot from others, but you don't trust your teachers. That's what you're saying, right?
Yes.
What? Yes.
Not like that exactly, but I expect my teachers to be upgraded to the technology.
See.
Because we are in the technologized world, am I right?
I accept it. Just remember Jumana Meher,
Yes.
computer was invented by Charles Babbage, a human being. Okay?
Yes, of course, Charles Babbage have invented it. But I wanted to ask you something, my dear. What you will be doing when the absence of your teacher?
To be honest and
Say
genuine.
genuinely, my dear.
Okay, genuinely, I'll be reading. Okay, I'll be reading from exams.
Okay,
But
fine.
but not all the time. I'm honest, so I'll tell the truth.
Okay.
Sometimes for some excitement or refreshment, I'll be playing with my friends.
What kind of
Or
game
chatting.
you will be playing?
Okay, they'll say write some games like Horlicks, Boost, Bonvita, etc. Like those games.
Which shows that you are depend on your teacher.
No.
But when you are using my social media, you will be independent.
No,
It
no,
shows
no.
that how to learn self-learning. And it also teaches to be self-acceptance. But you are depend on your teacher. And it also leads to that you will be expecting for such a guidelines throughout your life. But when you are using my social media, you will be self-learning, my dear.
Okay, I accept this one point that it assumes self-learning, self-accept. It will give you all the self, your cupboards, everything it will give you.
Okay, fine.
I accept only to that. But what you said, we are afraid of teachers. That I won't accept, my dear. They are leading us to the good way. If my teacher is not there for the whole day, I swear that I'll be playing with my friends. If only my teacher is there, I can study. So they are getting only to good way. They're not leading me to bad way, my dear. But your computers will lead us to the bad way. And one more thing, let me complete.
Okay, fine, you complete.
All the mic is yours. Don't eat the mic. Wait. I will
Okay,
complete.
let you complete. Let myself start
Okay.
again.
See, learning may complement the learning process, which means the technology is complementing the learning process. I accept that. But when in terms of shaping the minds and characters of the students, teachers are very much important. Let me tell you a quote. I'll begin that. I think they will end. Okay.
Fine.
If wealth is lost, nothing is lost. If health is lost, something is lost. If character is lost, see, Hey, everything is lost.
Okay, fine, Darshini.
Wait, my teacher is teaching me all the characters, all the disciplinary behavior things. Your computers will never teach those things. And how can those computers replace teachers?
Remember, my dear Darshini, that though the world is filled with both positivity as well as negativity, you just take this debate, both pros as well as cons.
I'm the pros and you are the cons.
No, my dear, it's me, it's con.
To me,
Oh
I
my
am
God,
pros.
sorry, I myself pros.
Oh, you itself said that you're
Okay,
cons.
it's up to you.
Can computers replace a teacher or not? Now, everywhere, in all the colleges and school, they have started the technology. But now they are coming back to the old days of using the book and the teacher. Why? Technology cannot replace a teacher. You talked about Charles Babbage, the scientist who discovered computer, but you should remember the scientist was made by a teacher. A teacher made the scientist Charles Babbage. And though Abdul Kalam was a scientist, though Dr. V. Radhakrishnan was the president of India, both were very proud to say that they were teachers. They loved their profession, teaching. So surely a computer cannot replace a teacher. Okay. Now so far you have listened to the points of these 10 girls, the pros and cons of social media, that is the advantages and disadvantages of social media. As I told you, everything has two sides. Social media is a boon because it connects people, it updates you, gives you a lot of positive things. It is also a bane because there is a lot of cyber crime which you have not talked about. There is depression among students and especially the young minds, and they are addicted to social media. Your sleeping pattern has completely changed. The day has become night, the night has become day. So your food habits, everything has changed. So social media is a boon. It is also a bane. You people are the role model to the younger generation because you are self-made. This generation is self-made. Why I call you self-made means your mother didn't teach you to use the social media. Your father didn't tell you about all the apps. Your mother doesn't watch web series. Maybe she watches television, serials in the television. Because they are not updated. But you are self-made generation. No one taught you about social media. You are self-made. But you are the role model for your siblings and for the next generation to come. So you have the responsibility of taking the next generation in the correct path. So I request everyone to be a responsible citizen and to be a role model to the next generation. I conclude with a story. There was a man in a village, he had a horse. So the people were very jealous because he had a horse. Others had only cows and goats. One day the horse was lost and the people came and told him, "How unlucky you are. You had a horse but you have lost it." And the villager replied, "Maybe, but I don't know what is good or what is bad." After 2 days, the horse came back with 12 wild horses. Now the villagers told him, "How lucky you are. You lost one horse, but now you have gained 12 horses." And the man again replied, "Maybe, but I don't know what is good and what is bad." One day, the son of the villager was trying to tame a wild horse, and he fell down from the horse and broke his limbs. And now the villagers came and told him, "How unlucky you are. Your son has fractured his legs." And the man replied, "Maybe, but I don't know what is good and what is bad." After a few days, the officers from the military, they came to select eligible young people for war. And now they did not select the young boy because he had a fracture. Again the villagers come and told, "How lucky you are, because your son was not selected for the war because of the fracture." So now the story goes on like this. So you don't know. Again, the reply was the same. Maybe. I don't know what is good and what is bad. So what is good one day, maybe the bad next day. What is bad today, maybe good the next day. Wrong cannot become right because everyone is doing it. The same way, right cannot become wrong because no one is doing it. Did you understand? Shall I repeat? Wrong cannot become right because everyone is doing it. The same way, right cannot become wrong because no one is doing it. So always follow your heart and be, as I told you, be a role model to the next generation. Thank you, girls, for registering your thoughts on the pros and cons of social media.